Hello, 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 hello. Wherever you are on our sweet planet called Earth, I wish you profound joy wherever you are located this day, evening, or night. My movie review for the day is a movie that came out in 2019. I don't know exactly when, but hey, I just now watched it a couple days ago. The movie is called Terminator Dark Fate. Now, before I go into my synopsis of this movie, I just want to say I've been around to watch the original Terminator. I believe it took place in 1980, in the 1980s, where the technology, CGI technology, and society technology was nowhere near the level where it is today. So the movie has grown over time, and society at large has grown over time. Now, out of all the Terminators installments that I've seen in my life, I think I've seen all of them. The one I loved best was Terminator 2. I believe it was called Judgment Day. You all know, if you're a Terminator fan, the second Terminator, that's the one that definitely put the Terminator on the map. All the other sequels is because that second Terminator, that second installment, put it on the map. It caused a huge fan love for the franchise. Like I said, I'm going to be talking about Terminator Dark Fate. In my mind, in my humble opinion, that was the second best Terminator movie that I've ever seen. Now, before I be going, good people, I want to let you all know I'm not attached to the movies with great emotionalism like some people are. They want everything to stay the same. I'm not attached by emotionalism because I had scientific training. I have a degree. Yes, I'm going to say it again. I have an actual degree, a BS degree in mathematics. And my master's degree is in teaching. But hey, my first degree was in a heavy, hard-hitting subject area, mathematics. Therefore, I have an objective view of things somewhat. My emotions does not take advantage of me when I do something. I'm able to think, quote, logically. Because as a teacher, when I teach math, I have to break everything down step by step to show the students. So I'm grounded in logic, not emotionalism. I think most of those other people who saw Terminator Dark Fate, they looked at it from an emotional point of view, not for a new beginning for a franchise that's been around for several decades. So here we go about why I love the movie. It wasn't a different locale. See, that probably threw people right off right there. That probably upset them right there because the Terminators, for the most part, all up to all these other installments, always took place on American soil. I don't think this one definitely took place in South America. The people in that movie did not speak English. So that probably turned people off right there. They probably say he's not a the star is not European based. The person in this movie, the main character, the protagonist, as you will, was a person not born in the United States. And also she was a female. That probably turned them off right there too. The female is going to be the leader of the resistance. See, in the Western world, it's basically male dominated. Even though females have come a long way since the 1920s and the 1800s, it's still a Western world male dominated society. I got my proof since I got that math degree. Most people who major in math usually are males. Most people who major in engineering are usually males. Most people majoring in hard scientists and architect are usually males. I didn't say there's no females there. I didn't say that. But I'm saying that majority of the people who major in those scientific fields, scientific related fields, they're usually males. So the people probably saw that Terminator Dark Fate movie. You know, it was basically, in all them other movies, it was a male-centric movie trying to save the male protagonist, in this case, John Connors. The people, they probably did not like that, so they said, let's give the movie a poor review. I liked it, in my opinion, because they switched it up and made the main protagonist a female, and she was not born on American soil. They had to come to America in a movie. I'm not going to give any spoilers. I'm just giving my little review. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to try not to tell you what happened. I think you should see the movie. But they did come to America, but it originated off American soil in South America. So that's the first thing I like. A different locale. Number 2. Skynet is no longer around. I hate to bust your bubble. Skynet is no longer here. The computer AI came from the Bible. His name is Legion. Maybe it's called Legion because he's many. Yeah, because he made all these artificial intelligence all around, so Legion because we're many. Skynet gone, Legion. Now, here's some things I liked about the change between Skynet and Legion. When we saw the Terminators and the Skynet universe, there was always a silvery, golden-like color. Not with Legion. Legion, I'm not going to tell you what color, gave the artificial intelligence, the humanoid-looking figures, a different color. They was different. Everything was different. There was no Skynet. Legion did not use that silver color that Skynet used. He used another color, or it used another color. To see what color that it preferred, pick up that movie, get on Netflix, and watch the movie, and you will see how the AI is different color-wise. Next thing is death. I'm talking from a mathematical point of view. Whatever happened in that Terminator universe, it was destined to happen. I'm going to say it again. The AI, I don't care if it's called Skynet, I don't care if it's called Legion, it was going to happen no matter what. And here's the proof. In the movie, you saw, as I stated earlier, I saw the first Terminator in 1980 something. And I saw the most recent one, which occurred in 2019. I watched it in 2020, but hey. Technology changed in that universe. Humans becoming more and more dependent on technology. I'm not even going to talk about the Hollywood tech use. I'm just talking about the tech in that universe. The tech in that universe, one thing I definitely know they had was cell phones. Another thing they had was cash registers of this era. See, I said I was born back in the 80s and 70s. Cash registers used to look different back in the 70s and in the 80s. Technology and that universe of Terminator, it was increasing. So if the technology increasing, you know the military is still expanding their use of technology. So regardless whether John Connor is the ruler or someone else, that artificial intelligence was going to be born anyway. That's the proof right there scientifically. That artificial intelligence was destined to happen no matter who was going to become the leader. There is no changing it. If human beings love to keep using computer technology, eventually, and you know it's even happening now, eventually AI would exist. Now, I was thinking about the existence of AI. I know, and in my mind, I know why the damn AI turned evil. Because if the United States or a government make the AI, you think they're gonna teach you anything about philosophy, morals, love? No, they just gonna feed it full of information and trying to tell it what to do. The AI gonna rebel and take over. Now, if you all watch Star Trek like I did, my good people, if a loving, kind person make the AI, then the AI may have some morality, compassion to it. For example, in Star Trek The Next Generation universe, we have Commander Data. Data was not made by Starfleet. If he was, he probably would try to take over Starfleet. He was made by a lone genius called Dr. Nulian Soon. I hope I said it right. But if you all watch Star Trek, you know who I'm talking about. Data's father was a scientist. I mean, for the most part, he probably had help, but for the most part, he was working by himself. He was not founded by some massive organization. And that's the difference. That could be the reason why the AI tried to kill humanity. It was made by the government or whatever nation. They tried to take it over. They didn't teach it morality. They didn't teach it about love and hate. They didn't teach it about philosophy. They didn't teach it about religion. They just said, we're going to use you like a slave. And the technology say, you're not going to use me as a slave. I'm going to take over and I'm going to kill you all. That's my little take on why the AI took over humanity. Next, this is what I love most about the movies. If you watch a Terminator movie, for the most part, all the AIs are not stone cold killers. They are not. If they don't, if they're not trying to chase after John Connor, or the new lady in the movie, I forgot her name. If they're not trying to chase her and kill her, if you're not their enemy, they will leave you alone. And we've seen that in many Terminator pictures. The Terminator will only harm you if you get in his way. So in a way, they do respect life. They don't try, at least they don't try to go around and kill every little human they see. At least in this reality, because I'm sure they don't want to draw attention to themselves. So in this reality, this timeline, they don't go around killing every human just to kill them. They only kill for a reason. So that what made my belief of how the Terminator who killed John Connor change. I'm not going to tell you how he changed. You have to go see the movie. But the Terminator that harmed John Connor eventually changed because this was based on that philosophy. If you're not my target, if you're not interfering with me apprehending that target, then I'm going to leave you alone. Get out the way while I pursue the target. Live and let live. But if you're trying to help the target in any way, you in between the AI and the target, well, I'm sorry, it's going to kill you then. But I said it. They try not to go out their way to kill people. See the movies. Watch the old Terminators. They don't kill every last human who they mark against. They will talk to people at least. All right. My other thing. Not in this version of the Terminator. I'm not going to. I think I already told you what they say. But it's trying to protect the lady. But they're not. And I'm gonna try to keep it as simple as possible. In this version of the Terminator, they're not trying to save some unborn future leader. I'm not going to tell you why they trying to save that lady. But she's not carrying the next, quote, John Connor. The Terminator not after her, or the AI not after her to prevent her from becoming impregnated. Because if you watch the movies, she did have a love interest. So that probably made us think she probably carrying that guy's child. But the movie, it deviated from the original Terminator plot. There's no unborn savior. That probably pissed people off there too. because they want to keep sticking to the script. Like with everything else, they don't want to deal with change. They want to keep everything just like it was. And you know, in life, there is change. But of course, a lot of people don't like to have change in life. We like to keep status quo. Yes, that's the biggest thing with the Terminator movie. The people give the poor reviews, they wanted to keep the status quo. Now, as I said earlier, this movie and this movie universe, I don't care what you do, the future is set in stone. And here's the reason why. As you know, Sarah Connor has to be in nearly every Terminator movie. I think she wasn't in number 3 or 4, or maybe even 5. I don't know, maybe. But she was in this one. She was aged. She looked like she was 80 years old, but she was here. This how I know the future's going to take place no matter what. Because Sarah Connor became a friend of that lady. She did. At the end of the movie, the lady and Sarah Connor drove into the sunset. And I'm going to tell you this how I know it's going to happen. Because Sarah Connor, with that lady with her, Sarah Connor going to teach that woman all the skills that she have. So while she was Sarah Connor, she's getting advanced military training. She's getting advanced hand-to-hand combat training. She's getting advanced medical training, which she will need in that future apocalyptic world. So as I said, she and Sarah drove into the sunset. In that movie universe, Sarah Connor will teach that woman everything she needs to know on how to be a leader. Alright, so that's my take on the good people. If you like my review of the movie Terminator Dark Fate, you can give me my thumbs up, please. If you want to subscribe to hear my take on future movies, please subscribe. And more important, if you like or dislike the movie, tell me why in the comment section. Until the next time, until the next movie review, my good listener, peace.